For generations, people have taken their yard waste and dumped it into the ditch.
The Dartmouth College students developed an app as the first step in their process, which they used to survey every culvert and ditch that they could find in Cavendish with guidance from the town manager. So our next steps are really to engage the community in doing this kind of work, but also where to report problems that you think you might see on some of these culverts, and then expanding that into other communities and around the state and around the region.
Culvert Crawlers is a network of volunteer community scientists practicing easy observation of local water infrastructure, including culverts, ditches, and drains. Initially dreamed up by Kelly Stetner, founder of the Black River Action Team, in partnership with Margot Caulfield of Cavendish Connects, the group has been in operation since 2023, recognizing and responding to infrastructure overwhelmed by that year's flooding.
I'm Kelly Stetner. I founded the Black River Action Team in my spare time 25 years ago as a one-time river cleanup project down in Springfield. There was junk in the river and I didn't like junk in my river, so my husband elbowed me and said, "You want somebody to fix that, you better be somebody." So I did, and it's grown from there year after year, and in July of 2023, after many years of working with Margot around the river and cleanups, we put our heads together and she's like, "We should do culvert crawlers. We should start cleaning up these culverts and talking to the public about how our drainage and culverts are causing problems and how they can be a part of that solution."
What we're finding is that as we've worked on this and as people see us working, they're now looking at the ditches, drains, and culverts on their own property. And that's really critical.
In 2024, after learning about the need for understanding stormwater infrastructure, students from Dr. Sarah Kelly's class at Dartmouth College worked with the Culvert Crawlers to create an app used for mapping culvert locations and condition. Initially, Dr. Kelly, Dr. Boak, and Aletha Spang collaborated to co-facilitate a participatory design process with a number of community partners. The Culvert Crawlers Community Science Survey and Map are a collaborative effort of the Rural Rivers Project, and the Energy Justice Clinic at Dartmouth, Dartmouth Research Computing, the Black River Action Team, Cavendish Connects, and the Hartford Energy Commission. But while the app proved helpful in gathering culvert-related information, proprietary software costs made it less accessible for broader use by towns. So, a year later, the team is back with a new open-source version and a vision to put it to use within the local community.
So the app that we're talking about today is designed to be open source and open access. There's a variety of reasons why we think it's important to do that. One is that we want everyone to be able to monitor their own culverts, ditches, and drains, whether it's at the end of their own driveway or on the town road close to them, to be able to communicate about what's going on there. So I think I mentioned that we work with Dartmouth Research Computing Team to make this app. And so they have built this entire app from scratch based on the parameters that we all have generated for them.
This new version allows communities to collect and access data without paying for licensing costs. Importantly, the app also boasts new features, such as an offline mode, a necessity for effective use in rural areas.
If your internet connection is poor, it might take a long time for your form to submit. So if you know you're in an area with poor internet connection, we recommend going ahead into your phone's settings and turning off cellular data. That way, once you filled out the form and you go to hit the submit button, it'll save the data locally on your device and it'll upload as soon as your internet is back on.
So what we're here today to do is to offer a trial run of a training that we are hoping to be able to offer as a digital package that people can then access online to support people using the Culvert Crawlers Community Survey app and mapping dashboard.
It may also be helpful to use a shovel or a potato rake to clear out dirt, rocks, or foliage that may have accumulated inside the culvert.
To check for the material of the pipe, I usually like to just give it a tap. As you can hear, this one sounds pretty dull, so I'm going to say it's a plastic pipe.
I think one of the things I like about this the most is that Culvert Crawlers as a program is very grassroots and it's a win-win for everyone involved. It can be very no obligation for the towns. They don't need to put money into it. Essentially, if the town managers and the road crews can identify roads that are either chronically problematic for them, or they know they're high priority, they just haven't gotten out there recently to survey them. We strategize with usually a small work crew and head out to do that surveying and, as Karis mentioned, very light cleaning.
So, what's next for the Culvert Crawlers and the Black River Action Team? Well, following a training demonstration in October, it seems that the group's hard work has already begun catching the eye of neighboring communities.
I'm Ginevra Wetmore. I'm the director at Sustainable Woodstock. We're based in Woodstock. We cover the Upper Valley, and we do a lot of flood relief and preparation for flooding in the town of Woodstock and surrounding towns. And I'm really appreciative of that presentation because I know that they are looking at the Ottaquechee watershed more broadly, and I think it would be really awesome to have some culvert monitoring happening where we are, especially preparing for flood events.
All in all, only time will tell what awaits these community scientists, but if one thing is for sure, it's that the future of Vermont's culverts, ditches, and drains is looking bright.